Imagine walking through a storm. The wind howls mercilessly, pushing and tugging at everything in its path. Raindrops fall like needles, stinging incessantly around you. Trees bend, branches snap, everything seems ready to give way. Yet, in the midst of the chaos, there is one fixed point, you. Standing motionless like a mountain, your roots go so deep that no outside force can knock you down. This is the essence of the Sigma male mindset. Unshakable, self-reliant, and detached from external validation. The noise, the confusion, the turbulence slide away like wind over a rock. Now ask yourself, what would it be like to live with this inner peace and stability every day of your life? What would it be like to face every critical look, every cutting word, every hostile situation without ever losing control, without ever allowing anything or anyone to touch your center? This is not an abstract idea or a gift reserved for a select few. It is a concrete possibility, a condition to which any Sigma male can aspire, but one that requires awareness and the will to look inside oneself. Today, I want to guide you on this journey toward an indestructible inner strength, inspired by the profound insights of Carl Jung, one of the greatest explorers of the human mind. Together, we will discover how to free yourself from the influence of others and build an inner balance so strong that it can withstand any storm. This is not about closing your eyes to reality or pretending everything is fine. It is something much more powerful, a transformative principle that comes from understanding your inner world and the ability to use it as a shield and a beacon, as any true Sigma male would. Prepare yourself, because what you are about to discover could completely transform the way you live. Your mind can become your safest refuge, your space of freedom. This spiritual secret, once revealed, could truly change your life forever. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to Soldiers of Almighty so you don't miss the next videos on Sigma male personality and spiritual growth. You'll find content that inspires, challenges, and transforms the way you see life. And now, let's start. Life is often a precarious balance between what happens inside us and what we face outside. How many times have you felt vulnerable to someone's judgment, perhaps with an unexpected comment, a disapproving expression, or a decision from another that seemed to undermine your value? In those moments, we feel like leaves in the wind, tossed by forces beyond our control. But the truth, a profound and often ignored truth, is that these external influences only have power because we allow them to. The Sigma male's secret lies in breaking free from this dependency on others' opinions. Carl Jung, with his unique ability to explore the human psyche, left us a fundamental lesson. True freedom does not come from trying to change the external world or the behavior of others, but from looking inside ourselves. It is in our inner world that we find the keys to undoing the invisible chains that bind us to the fear of judgment or the need for approval. A Sigma male thrives in this inner world, relying on his self-awareness to rise above the noise. When Jung spoke of bringing light into the shadow, he was referring to those hidden aspects of our psyche that we tend to repress or ignore. They are the parts of ourselves that we don't want to face, the fears we prefer not to name, the insecurities that make us feel inadequate, the limiting beliefs that whisper that we are not enough. These hidden aspects don't go away just because we ignore them. On the contrary, they continue to influence the way we live, the decisions we make, and the way we allow others to treat us. But here's the twist. The shadow is not the enemy. Jung invites us to see these hidden parts not as monsters to be feared, but as messengers. Every fear, every insecurity, every limiting thought is a signal, an opportunity for growth. Imagine entering a dark room. At first, everything seems scary because you can't see what's inside. But as soon as you turn on the light, what seemed like a threat reveals itself for what it is. Often nothing more than an illusion magnified by the darkness. Bringing light into the shadow means doing the same with our inner world. When we begin to explore these parts of ourselves, we can understand where they come from. Perhaps a fear comes from a past experience, an insecurity was instilled by someone close to us, or a limiting belief is just a story we've been telling ourselves for too long. And here is the crucial question. What would happen if we started to see these shadows as allies instead of enemies? We might discover that behind every fear lies an opportunity to become stronger. Behind every insecurity lies a lesson to be learned. And behind every limiting belief lies the possibility to break free and rewrite our story. Facing the shadow is not easy, but it is the first step toward authentic freedom. It is time to turn on the light and discover that what we fear is nothing but a part of us waiting to be understood and integrated. A key trait of the Sigma male who refuses to be controlled by fear. As Jung said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it destiny. This means that what we do not face inside of us becomes our destiny, our reality. But the good news is that destiny can be rewritten, one step at a time. Every time we choose to bring light where there was previously darkness, we embrace the Sigma male's power to shape his own path. But how can we start seeing these shadows as opportunities for growth? Here are 7 steps to follow. Step 1. Become the observer. The first step to not being influenced by others is to develop the ability to observe without reacting automatically. When someone criticizes, provokes, or tries to unsettle you, take a moment to pause. Don't let emotions take over. Breathe deeply and ask yourself a powerful question. Does this situation really define me? Or is it simply revealing something I can work on? Being an observer means taking an active role in managing your responses. It is not an escape from emotions, but a way of creating space between the stimulus and the reaction. Imagine being a spectator of a movie. You can watch the scene without being drawn into it. In this state, emotions do not control your actions, and you have the power to choose how to respond. This is the essence of the Sigma male's detachment. Step 2. Strengthen your inner core. Carl Jung taught that inner strength comes from aligning with our authentic self. This requires introspection. Take time to reflect on what really matters to you. What values guide your choices? What boundaries do you want to maintain? When you know who you are and what you stand for, the outside world loses its power to shake you. For a Sigma male, this alignment is the foundation of his independence. Step 3. Transform negative energy. Negative emotions, no matter how unpleasant, can be valuable guides. Jung reminded us that what we reject or ignore inside ourselves does not disappear, but continues to influence us from the shadows. When something hurts you or makes you feel insecure, do not run away. Face that discomfort. Every negative emotion is an opportunity for growth. The Sigma male transforms challenges into fuel for his personal evolution. Step 4. Cultivate the power of silence. Silence is one of the Sigma male's greatest tools. In a world that never stops talking, the ability to remain silent can be transformative. Use silence not as a retreat, but as a weapon for focus and clarity. Silence allows you to listen deeply to your inner voice and analyze situations without external noise. It is in silence that your strongest ideas and resolutions are born. Step 5. Practice self-discipline. For the Sigma male, self-discipline is the cornerstone of self-reliance and unshakable inner strength. Imagine sculpting a masterpiece. It requires patience, precision, and consistent effort. Similarly, cultivating habits that empower your mind and body, such as a rigorous exercise routine, mindful meditation practices, or dedicated work toward meaningful goals, sharpens your resilience. Each disciplined act becomes a stepping stone to greater mental clarity and physical fortitude, allowing you to face life's challenges with poise. Resilience, forged through consistent practice, becomes the indestructible armor of the Sigma male. Step 6. Let go of external validation. A Sigma male does not depend on applause or approval to feel worthy. Focus on self-approval by aligning your actions with your values. When you let go of the need to please others, you become truly free. Step 7. Seek growth, not perfection. Perfection is an alluring mirage that can leave you chasing shadows. Recognize that the true essence of life lies not in flawlessness, but in the journey of growth. Every misstep is a lesson waiting to be embraced, every obstacle a chance to forge resilience. When you stumble, see it as a signal to recalibrate, adapt, and rise stronger than before. A Sigma male thrives on this constant evolution, using setbacks as the fire that tempers his inner steel. Remember, growth is not just an achievement, it's a commitment to becoming a more authentic, unshakable version of yourself. By practicing these steps, you can build a life where no one can negatively influence you anymore. Which of these steps do you feel you need to delve into more deeply? Share your thoughts in the comments.